As will become clear in the course of this book, there exists in the modern world, just as in the ancient Greek material I discuss, an idealized myth of the military wife. This is a figure who is passive, uncomplaining, supportive of her partner's career and his commitment to the military, and like the wives whom we encounter in Homeric poetry, largely confined to the domestic sphere, except on occasions such as homecomings, repatriations, or other formal events, where she is required to offer a public display of wifely support or of patriotism. She is a product of gendered ideas about feminine sacrifice as contrasted with military masculinity, which is usually conceived of as heroic, aggressive, and powerful. She, too, no less than the female characters of ancient myth, is the product of the particular rhetorical and ideological filters imposed by those who imagine her. As many of the modern-day examples cited in this book reveal, military institutions themselves can perpetuate traditional gender stereotypes, not least as they often rely on the unpaid domestic labour and compliance with the military's demands of a partner at home. Cynthia Enloe, whose pioneering work has been instrumental in shaping feminist discussions of militarism, has described this image of the model military spouse, which is perpetuated by military institutions, as one which is patriarchally feminized. She sets out a lengthy list of the ideal characteristics of the model military wife, as defined by modern standards. This ideal spouse, to whom I shall refer periodically throughout this book, is a woman who is content for all aspects of her life to be subordinated to her husband's military role. The stereotype created in service of patriarchal ideals emerges as being no less of a mythical construct than the women we encounter in ancient drama and epic poetry. The modern evidence on which I draw in the course of my discussion is derived from a range of sources. As well as considering psychological and sociological research that pertains to military families, I have attempted, where possible, to seek out the stories of military spouses themselves. These can be hard to locate. They are often scattered and fragmented, published as anonymized quotations in academic papers, woven into articles and books written by investigative journalists, or shared informally as online blog posts or on social media. I also draw on autobiographical works and creative pieces produced by military spouses. In a few cases, these types of sources draw their own direct comparisons between the writer's personal experience and those of figures from ancient myth. In addition, some of my sources are those written for and about military spouses. The former category includes, for example, handbooks and self-help guides for military spouses, and the latter incorporates works written by serving members of the military, as well as fictionalized or dramatized versions of military life.